My name is Kristoffer Bjerkefur. I'm the CEO of Primi.ai or Primi.ai, where my background, just quickly about my background, I used to be a data science at the World Bank, which is a part of the UN, where I worked in a method team that developed how to apply new, modern, latest data science in the field of research in developing countries. So my expertise is like, how do we apply data science in context where we haven't used it before? My co-founder, Albert, he couldn't be here today, but he comes from the agency world, where he was frustrated that whenever they had, when they only had when they had a time constraint in the project, they were only able to collect quantitative data, where the only answers the what, but what they actually needed for the projects was the why, the underlying reasons for why users, stakeholders think the way that they think. So we developed a tool that helps you get the why behind the what, but also, which is important, at the speed of agile. Okay, thank you. 62%. A lot of the data collected is in this format. This is a quantitative format, and I'm going to talk about quantitative versus qualitative. I don't think one of them is inherently better than the other one. I think that they're different and they answer different questions. But a number like this is very good to telling you how well did we do already, looking back, measuring things. This is important, this is great. We don't want to replace quantitative data completely. But a number like this doesn't always tell you what to do next. It's much better on measuring backwards rather than helping the teams forward. Management teams love number like this because it's easy to work with. But the teams developing the next step in the process, they usually need insights and the reasons for why it was only 62%. You can look at this number, and what about the other 30? Let's say if this is how many people think our product is amazing, 62%. What about the other 30%? Why do they think? Why don't they think as well that it's amazing? Oh, you will have to help me on each of them. So there's a trade-off. So before the digital revolution, all data was slow and hard to collect. You had to hire a research firm. They created surveys, they printed them, they mailed them to respondents, respondent fills them in and sent them back. So all data was slow and hard to collect. But the digital age came the tools of Google Forms, Qualtrics, SurveyMonkey. They made it fast and easy. We also have methods like A/B testing, where we collect quantitative data even without any manual input from the respondent. But because this made it easy, are we reaching too much for the easy instead of getting the insights that we actually need? And I don't think it's like a bad decision to go for the easy sometimes, because speed matters. If something is slow and hard, it comes to a cost to the team in time or in money, and we can't wait for multiple sprints for the insights that we need today to act on. So I have this graph here, and then the axis on the bottom. If you look to the left, that's projects or teams that have qualitative research needs, and to the right, their quantitative research needs. This distribution is based on some data. It's hard to define exactly where to make this cutoff. That's not the point. We just think that if this is slow and hard, you really need to have a really big need for qualitative data to overcome the cost and the burdens of collecting qualitative data. And those people who are out here, they don't have a need for any qualitative data. They only need quantitative data. They're lucky because the fast and easy tool have existed for a long time. But somewhere here, we have a group of people that are forced to go for the second best type of data because their need for qualitative insights is not high enough in order to justify the cost of switching to slow and hard. There could be time constraint. We can't wait for those insights. If you hire a research firm to do qualitative insight where human interview humans, it might take months to get that data collected and analyzed. Or it could be budget constraints, or it could be knowledge constraints. These people here, they have their tools, they have their in-house. We don't think those are the people. We want to help them as well, but we don't think those are the people that are going to adapt the fastest because they have their method already. But we think there's people here that can have a lot to learn and a lot of value added by adding qualitative insights, the why and the reasons for the data we collect. So, thank you. So how do we do this? Well, so instead of a human interviewing humans, we have an AI interviewing humans. And since these large language models, the power, the AI, the AI revolution can handle or any large language, our interview AI platform can interview anyone, anywhere, in any language, on any subject that you want to interview the respondent on. And the AI is used for translating all the transcripts and asking the follow-up questions in real time. So what we want to do, the same way that the digital revolution made quantitative data fast and easy, we see the AI revolution doing the same thing for qualitative data, and the distribution that we saw in the previous slide will be more balanced. We don't claim that it's supposed to be in the middle. We just think it's too far to the left. So by combining these two methods, we get the depth and the whys and uncovering the reasons of qualitative insight. But since it's all done in a digital solution, we also get the scale and the speed of quantitative data. So we place ourselves up there, high up on both axes. So how is this done? Unfortunately, I don't have a time for a full demo today. But you design a study, not too different from how you design a Google form, you combine qualitative and quantitative questions, and the AI will, on the qualitative questions, ask follow-up questions. So if someone says, no, your product is not amazing, it will obviously ask follow-up questions. Why don't you think it's amazing? Well, it's hard to use. What is hard to use? You ask these follow-up questions until you actually uncover what is the reasons that you need to address when moving your product forward. So you launch a study, you sit back, and you get insights in time for the next sprint. Last week, we finished a project on Thursday. Our customer called the Wednesday, the week before that. He wanted a qualitative study, and in 8 days, we delivered it. And the only reason why it took 8 days because our customer's client was so happy with the first result that he wanted to double the sample. So there's no waiting for the logistics of scheduling interviews. When are both the interviewer and the respondent available? This takes time. No waiting for translations. If you want to do this in multiple markets, translation always takes a long time. And no waiting for manual analysis, because once you close your study, you have your insights in a matter of hours. And once a single interview is done, whatever language that was carried out in, it's instantly translated to the study language that you're working in. So a quick screenshot on how it looks. Oh, thank you. There. So I don't know if the contrast is great on this on the projection right now. Those screens looks better. Not too dissimilar from Google Forms. You create your study guide, which is a guide that the AI will follow. You can combine quantitative questions, such as select question, numeric questions. We use those select questions to segment our study if you want to compare two different groups within the respondents. But the main thing is this AI-led open-ended topics, where you explore this topic with the respondents, and then you tell how much time is the AI supposed to spend on asking follow-up questions to really dig up, because we want to get max everything. We would love to get the deepest insight on every single question, but then the survey or the interview will take too long. There's interview fatigue from the respondent, so it's also important to manage this, so we can tell the AI how much to follow up on each topic. And then the respondents can participate in the interview at their convenience at any time, using their mobile, using the tablet, using the desktop, whatever is convenient for them. And once you close the study, the AI goes over the transcripts, identify themes in these transcripts, and then creating several insights, and then have a write-up on the insights, identify quotes. It will then create what we call standalone quotes. It's based on the transcripts, but they're rewritten, so they stand alone. If you get the question, what do you like about our product? I like it. Then that's not a great quote, so that's like, I like the product. But you get quotes like this, but if you want to know what was said verbatim, you can click these links, you can click these quotes, and you can see the transcript in your language, regardless of which language the interview was taking place in. And last slide, because I always get this question, how does this work? So it's real respondents. We see some competitors, they're trying to get this information out of AI, but I can get into, I don't have time to get into why I don't believe in this, but it's always real respondents. You can share your link to your own respondents, just the way you do with the Google form, but you can also tap into our global panel, where you can just set the target demographics that you want to use, and we handle everything from launch to analysis. It's a general tool, so you can use it for whatever use case you want to, but these are some use cases that we have seen that our customers so far have had a lot of great success with. But any type of feedback, anytime, anywhere where you want to get the reasons and the why, not just the what, you can use Primi, and you get your insights, your qualitative insights with the speed of Agile. Thank you.